fly away. It's the first time of today. To dream, believe. You are the strength, you're all I need.
This highly anticipated matchup, this high-flying Goats offense against this tough-nosed Wise Guys defense, and already a good sign for Hot Springs. Right down the field goes the starting with a total of 30. Takes a snap in his end zone, rolls to his right, fires down the field, has a man with Washington, but just overthrown, incomplete.
Would have been right in stride.
You go to the ground this time, Jarius Burnett, and he does not have a lot of room, maybe.
Hot Springs definitely among them.
One of the fewest amount of rushing yards allowed, and Trujillo's gonna pile some good ones up here. He will go right.
Technique-driven defense. They don't give up a lot. It's going to be the speed of St. Joe and the ability to create versus a team that absolutely won't make mistakes.
Fastest team in the league. They go hurry up just about every down. Fake to give, bullet over the middle. There's Boo Smith. First catch.
The advantage looks to be with St. Joe, that speed and quickness.
Looking again, end zone, looking for the one-handed grab, and he comes down with it. Touchdown,
Lorenzo Thompson.
Big after quiet 2 weeks ago in the last game, just 2 catches for no yards. He gets the scoring started here, and laterally this, a live ball goes to Thompson.
Of home playoff games all the way to the championship, not off the table just yet.
Thompson off the touchdown reception will throw it down on the throw-off, taken in at the 5 and able to stumble his way past the 10, keeping the playoff.
A comparison, very apt. Team that likes to be physical, likes to use size to their advantage.
And a little bit of improvising here, and Ambrose is going to make the most of it. He is a load to try to bring down. He is carrying Goats defenders to midfield, and on a plot on the ricochet, it took it for a gain of about 12. They called him a couple yards shy of midfield. Now they'll be into Goats territory. First completion of the night finds Allen Sport. Doesn't matter what level, what profession, it's going to take you to a lot of good success. Back to the air for Ambrose. Over the middle, caught, hit right away, and they will call the play dead there. Jalen.
Give you a first-round bye in that playoff, so you mentioned how big this is for both teams.
A lot on the line. Ambrose this time not going to get away from the pressure. Sandwiched by some Goats defender.
Rush move, got around his man. Big-time defensive play.
7 total sacks in the win 2 weeks ago against Eau Claire. Now scrambling again, Ambrose dumps it off to the safety valve, and Goats are there, wrapping up the big fella. He found
play.
2 downs to get to the 6 to keep this drive alive. Ambrose with time, now stepping up, he can run, and he will. Here goes Jordan Ambrose, who's tripped up well short of the line to gain.
Happened where there wasn't a whole lot going downfield.
There's trips over to the right side. Ambrose able to shake off Reynolds, flips it in over the hands of his man. Incomplete. Lou Dorson
can bail him out.
I mean, the only benefit of that is you didn't have a whole lot of yards to back up, but now taking a snap in his own end zone, a little shovel pass to Otis Odom. Look at him make some yardage happen.
Well, they got the yards back. And he brings the energy, listed at 5'5", 140 pounds, but he brings the juice.
Smith down the field. Incomplete.
That was just underthrown. Boost.
Smith put the hand up, and if you're Trujillo, you got the best receiver in the league, you might as well throw it down to him. Now a dump off short to Smith. He lowers the shoulder, and into the stands he goes. Ball gets swatted away. There's
job on 2nd down and 10, erasing half of it.
Already second reception of the game. Now Williams, a little hook and ladders. He goes right back. I believe that was Odom out of the backfield who kind of Superman.
Scat back, not exactly their power back on the field.
Basically 4th and inches. Smart play there. Quick shiftiness of Odom pushed into the wall. And Otis Odom, this is right at midfield. Trujillo will take the snap. Pressure coming. Lobs it. Looking for Washington.
Oh, He's
got it. Over the
woman play.
Unbelievable catch for Washington, his 2nd week here on the active roster. And now a fire to the back of the end zone, and the conversion is good. It has really been clicking over the last 2 or 3 games as they start this game perfect. 2 for 2, going for touchdowns.
Not an ideal
into the wall again.
Not an ideal throw off there. A little bit too much of a
2 touchdowns. The last drive for Hot Springs ended with the turnover on downs. So they were getting close to scoring range, and now Ambrose pressured here, and another, not going to be a sack as he was able to get it out at the last second. Heads up.
until the answer just became Ambrose making a superhuman play.
This time they crash in on Ambrose, not going to let him run. Clarence Taylor the third.
Well, either way, it's going to bring up 3rd and long here.
Loss on the play, 3rd and 10. Ambrose looking to go back to the air. Down the field he goes. Has a man, and over the wall he goes.
Came up a bit gimpy.
Hot Springs not going to surrender here. They're going to go for it. 4th and 10. They need to get to the other 20. Down the field. How about more? Touchdown, Hot Springs.
That was just a busted play.
And they score. Now looking for the 2-point try. Bat it down. Zip block tight defense from Jalen Knox. So it just stays 6 points up on the board. 7-point ball game.
An interesting drive to observe.
Odom back to receive on the throw off for St. Joe in the air. He'll take it at about the 2. Big lane, able to break through and using the speed. Odom, great return.
For his size. He's got that good vision. He finds a hole and he explodes through it.
Oh, how about that for Trujillo? One play. That's all they need. Boo Smith, his first of the night.
Well, now they found number 1. We talked earlier.
Get around it, and you live by the sword, you die by the sword too. He finds Boo Smith for 6. And now another missile. Again, it's Thompson. And St. Joe, a perfect 3 for 3. Look like the Goats offense from last season that was tops in the league in every statistical category after their slow, sluggish start. They are looking back to prime form, and now a return out of the end zone, trying to get past his 5, and again, great job by the throw-off coverage team getting down to
loving football.
Ambrose again from his own end zone, pressured by Wilson, dumps it off, 1st down and more. Look at the big fellow rumble as he's gets his legs cut out from underneath him.
Why tight end? They leave him in to block a lot.
This time, Brown. Quick hitter there for Hot Springs. 4th reception. Hobbs, the only other one with 2, and Dorsey with 1. Ambrose with time, now starting to run out of it, and he'll throw it away. Nice catch by a fan in the stands.
That was great coverage down the field, but also
Joseph, Missouri, a couple of weeks away from welcoming the world champion Kansas City Chiefs into training camp. And now more pressure again, and this has been the big takeaway, like you mentioned, Aaron, not letting the dual threat of Jordan Ambrose really be a factor. This defensive pressure from St. Glass. Oh my goodness, and there's a fight breaking out over on the Hot Springs sideline. Now a 4th and 12 play. Got to have it here. Oh, my coverage, but it goes incomplete. Ambrose throwing out of pressure again. And if it was just a little closer.
Coming apart at the seams right now for Hot Springs.
This is not a good sign. Down to the ground goes for St. Joe and Jarius Burnett, and getting minimal yardage there. Whistle's blowing, but Goats knocking on the door of yet another touchdown. Already up 20-6. Trujillo got to take this one himself. Gets a nice block from Burnett. Takes it inside the 5 and is met and pushed backwards a yard or 2.
Full player.
Goal to go at the 4, and he'll look to throw again. Now coming back. Got another nice block, and it's intercepted. A throw over the middle of the field and a blindside block. Running it all the way back. And Boo Smith will wrap him up before he gets to the St. Joe 10 game suiting up, and now he's got his first interception, and that's got the Wise guys in prime position as they overthrow to the end zone intended for Aaron Dill.
So let's talk about the effort by Boo Smith on
No
the
doubt.
back end of that.
Reynolds, and a flag comes in. He feels like he was held, and he's still going to come around.
Oh,
he's going to get a piece of that sack. Ball comes loose. Whistles were blowing pretty quick. Reynolds gets into the backfield. 3rd collective sack of the game for St. Joe. Should honestly have about 4. Ambrose has been a magician at times. He's looking to do it again here. And now the ball is loose. And again, the whistles blow early. And he has just been on fire ever since. Throw to the end zone. And, did he catch it off the ricochet? He did. They say this is essentially a 4th and 24. Ambrose going to the end zone, has a man, 3 blue jerseys. It goes incomplete.
Danger there is that they played it so.
Smith on the rundown on the interception to have that turnover not be too painful for St. Joe. Now, a little dump off here to Otis Odom versus pass. Trujillo this time will take off and run, and not going to get too far. It looks like he's going to be about a yard. Another dump off. Odom Gonna have to make a couple of guys miss, and I don't think he got it. Ball comes loose. Yeah, end up being a loss on a play, so about 4th and 2, and it goes awry. So 4 and, man, 2 in motion. Ambrose surveying, now fires, looking for the big hitter down the field. He's got Hobbs, and he's incomplete. He had it once in defensive snaps here tonight, and he's been holding his own. Now a run up the middle, Troy Evans, and he's not going to get too far. Jalen Jordan. Evans in motion, snap back to Ambrose, eyes down the field, finds Terrell Brown up against the wall. This roster, what a huge pickup he has been. He's going to stay in the game, even though maybe not quite 100%. Ambrose looking to run, Wilson wrapping him up, and still Ambrose, the big body, physical presence of Jordan.
Yards and then a wheel underneath it. And St. Joe did so well, but then Ambrose just made something happen.
It was a design quarterback run, and it does not go far with under 4 to go until halftime. Pressure coming, breaking through Jordan. Ambrose able to step aside, but he's not going to get away. Jordan, Reynolds, Wilson, the trifecta with the sack.
Went down.
And a way to contain him, and so far they've done that through about 2 quarters of action.
No Mike Reynolds on the field here, which is interesting.
The Weifel on the pressure this time, and it's batted down by Jordan. Total of 10 yards. And the 3rd turnover on downs forced. We have not had a score by either team here in the second half. Jarius Burnett trying to change that.
My
big play.
Goodness gracious, what a run.
2-minute warning is coming up here. As Trujillo will get it away, had Jamal Williams, and drops in and out of his hands.
Never fun when you have to drop that ball.
Trying to signal for the 2-minute timeout, but play resumes. Another good area for Jarius Burnett. He had a lane as he stretched down on that left side.
Running back to Odom here tonight, and now that he's gotten his chance on this drive, he is making the most of it.
Inside the 5, he'll go.
Here.
3 yards away. Fake it to him, Trujillo pressured, fires, Jamal Williams. This time he catches it. Touchdown.
The stakes that were on the line here tonight, and they've come to play.
Conversion attempt, no good, wide right as he was trying to hit Lorenzo Thompson. Game, 20-point lead now as St. Joe. We've been waiting for that offense to kind of deliver that sucker punch to really put them good distance between themselves and Hot Springs again. How about Booth Smith? Oh, look at him. How about that for good tackle athlete, the kid out of Mizzou. Pressure again from Ambrose. He's been fleeing almost the whole night, but able to get away. And again, hard to bring down as he backpedals his way into this drive. Holds St. Joe scoreless. Open up the second half with the score. Again, brand new ball game. Terrell Brown wrapped up immediately, brought down on the play. No doubt about it.
Something that Hot Springs has not been known for this year.
Again, trying to take off and run and wrapping him up immediately. I believe that's event defense here.
I would say this is going to be short and then get some blockers in front and let somebody run and break a tackle.
Ambrose holding. It's going to be into the end zone. It goes off the video board. Oh, that video board red hot against the Axemen here at home, and they have picked up where they left off here, especially coming out of the bye week as the 3rd quarter is officially underway, and a potential big return here into Goats territory is where Hot Springs is going to start this first drive. 57 points put up. You were held at just 6 in 2 quarters in the first half here. Ambrose, great pocket. Now will throw to the end zone, looking for the big shot, diving out, but it goes incomplete. He had all the time in the world. And
to their best receiver, everyone else's job was just kind of to get out of the way.
Troy Evans, the man in motion on the near side. Ambrose backpedaling, closing in as the defender, and he does find Evans over the middle of the field at the go.
Another great job early on in this drive by this St. Joe defense.
Trying to break free, does lunge forward, close in the entire league. Mackey of 591 coming into week 7. Ambrose at 252, by far the best for quarterbacks. The Gravedigger looking for another one. Reynolds still in pursuit. Ambrose to the end zone, incomplete. Mike Reynolds.
Great crowd we have here in the Civic Arena too. I love the presence that St. Joseph has really brought to the Arena League this year.
What a move. Booth Smith, plenty of room. To the Hot Springs near 15-yard line.
Couple of shifty moves. St. Joe in business once again. Oh my goodness.
Shot to the end zone, and there you go. Ryan Martinez I like to go for it. Go for two from the 5-yard line. Trujillo rolling out to his left. Now going to peel back. Avoids the defender. Over the middle. Boo! Oh, you don't see him drop those too often. He wanted to play in the third quarter. It has been the Goats of St. Joe that have come out and have taken it. Hot Springs looking for an answer. On the return at his 5, able to break some tackles, wrapped up at the shoelaces and not going to get far. Jarius Burnett finished.
Joseph with an unexpected way.
Who's it going to be? We'll see. Ambrose out of his hands quickly. Terrell Brown. Well, now it was kind of a little bit of confusion pre-snap. Now pressure comes for St. Joe. Throw over the middle, caught by Brown. And he fumbles the ball, and the whistles will come and say he was brought down at. He's gone to Brown the first 2 plays. Now he'll pump it here and just dump it off to Hobbs, his safety valve. Avoids the sack, but it's going to be a big loss regardless. 5+ yards going to be backed up on this. Back up about 8 yards on the loss. Now some early movement here, and the play will be blown dead.
They were trying to get
from the initial line of scrimmage that was once in midfield. Now Ambrose will take this snap at his own 5, and pressure coming. Malik Wilson gets another sack. He's going to start claiming real estate in that backfield with
up front.
Going to move the coverage back. Ambrose from his own end zone, waiting for something. Now fires down the field, 3-on-1 coverage, and
my
still
goodness.
coming down with it. Touchdown, Hot Springs, Aaron Dilworth. What a time. He makes his presence known here in the third. Much needed for Hot Springs. And now the conversion to go along with it. Back to Terrell Brown. Well, Aaron, at least on the big play, they didn't. Oh, the ball game. Done much better than getting that touchdown catch in 3-on-1 coverage, as this throw is going to go out of bounds into the Hot Spring. Go up right at midfield. Again, it was a close play, but right now St. Joe trying to capitalize. Here's Ryan Martinez. Second catch of the game, all here in the second half. He had the big touchdown.
Just able to get the 8th man off the field in time was Hot Springs.
Trujillo throws backwards. Martinez, man on the spot again, as I thought Trujillo might just keep that. Good for the first down. Hurry up offense again. In style this season for St. Joe. A throw to the end zone. Wide open. Ryan Martinez. Let's complete the try.
St. Joseph, Missouri.
How about 4 catches, 43 yards, and 2 touchdowns? As that one will go to Demarius Washington. He makes the good catch with 2 touchdowns. 40. So they are starting to open up a can here on Wise Guys. Nice throw down the field, off the hands, down to the back of the end zone. Coverage team coming down for St. Joe as he just gets past the 5 into 13. You need points, and you need them fast. Pressure again on Ambrose, and he just fires it into the stands. Unfortunately, not.
St. Joseph, one of the best blitzing defenses in the league, and they're bringing it again.
Deflected, and it goes incomplete. Malik Wilson again on the pressure that time. A handful more of pressures. More time for Ambrose. Down the field for Dilworth, and it's intercepted. Ryan Martinez. It was overthrown. And now Martinez looking for a return. Oh, potential. Looked like a horse collar tackle maybe brought Martinez down. Called there, but officials very sternly disagree. And now the offense for St. Joe back out on the field as Trujillo will look to throw, and he does, and he finds his man Boo Smith, who gets taken right into the wall, but not before picking up a first. This is looking like a potential #1 seed in St. Joe as another throw will come to the end zone, and it's batted down incomplete, looking for Washington.
About that here on this particular evening.
Very short leash. Trujillo and wisely will just kind of wrap that one up as he avoids.
Could turn St. Joe away without points here.
And a potential dagger if St. Joe's able to punch it in. What a spin move from Odom. Still able to carry his momentum forward. Got to have it here. Trujillo in zone, and it's incomplete. Had it to Jamal Williams. 9-13. Final seconds ticking away here. Could be the last play of the third quarter. Ambrose from his end zone, pressured over the middle, and it goes incomplete. Looking for Dilworth. Tight defense again from Ryan. Time is now for Hot Springs. Big deficit here to start in the fourth, and a strike right over the middle. Going out for it is Dilworth. Initially thought he wasn't touched, tried to get an extra few yards reception here in the third quarter. So far, the second score. And another sack for St. Joe. Reynolds, Jordan, I mean, it's been this tandem you throw for this St. Joe defense. Brown in motion down the field. Ambrose trying to find him, and again, he'll find himself in the grasp of Mike Reynolds. Players out of Wyoming, they just know how to play D. I don't know. They'll go to the ground to Evans as the passing game has not been working. And quite used to be penalties, used to be turnovers, and now it's the long fourth down conversions. Looking for one here, underthrown and intercepted right before he collides into the. That is now his third interception in 4 games. He's been a great addition to this defense as for one of the few.
And now stacking the left side of the Goats' offensive line.
Utrio will immediately roll out and not going to be able to get away. He's wrapped up kind of German suplex backwards by Roderick Chapman. Let's let Ryan Martinez take the rest of the quarterback snaps the rest of the way. Might just keep it on the ground. Jarius Burnett, he gets it, takes it to the excellent game, particularly on defense. Now Trujillo back in. He's going to throw down the field, looking for Washington. He'll soar in.
I mean, what reason doesn't Washington have to be having all kinds of fun? That's going to be an offside against
it's Washington. Goat's going to go for 2. Trujillo on the rollout to the end zone. Dangerous pass, and it will go incomplete. As Thompson, the southpaw, fires it into the air and out of the end zone. On the return, Smith. Again, this has been textbook tonight by this throw-off recovery team. The only thing that we're missing this game is a defensive touchdown for St. Joe. That's really, I mean, that's about it. Outside of that, they have been spectacular nearly across the entire board. As another thing to accidentally get up there in the face mask and you get a little grip, that hook of the finger, flag comes out every time. 3:15 for the Wise guys. They go to Terrell Brown, able to break a tackle, and that ball is punched out. Little peanut punch for my fellow Chicago Bear fan on the call there, and there you go.
He's a likable guy.
Yeah. Chaotic play for no yards. Now a shot down the field, and it goes out of play. Again, intended for Terrell. 3rd down and 10. Ambrose pressured again. He can't run. He got out of the running lane and not past the line of scrimmage. Wrapped up by Jalen Jordan and might have tweaked it. Evans, the traditional running back, and he's just going to try to run it up the middle. 4th down play, and I mean, at this point, it's just kind of a 5-13, just under 6 minutes to go, and Trujillo still in the ball game and still taking shots, but this one is going to go too long and incomplete. I'm in the same boat as you.
1.5 minutes left to go. He's already had an injury scare. I mean, they don't have a tremendously deep-filled roster in the Arena League.
Nice pitch and catch there to Jamal Williams. Needed 10, got 11.
But, I mean, someone that's already almost tweaked something, I maybe might make an exception and find something to, well, that's going to be illegal.
Hey, did he get past the line of scrimmage while he was still in the...
And he must have just been inside those hash marks.
So we're watching this as the drive. They're going away from you and I here in the Civic Arena. As they try to go on the ground. He's out for a play. They put him right back in. He hit Washington for a big touchdown, and now he's here on this drive as Ryan Martinez can't quite bring in the one. St. Joe, you know, still plenty left on the table. As a throw to the end zone, and it's going to be caught by Ryan Martinez, and I was getting ready to say interception. It looked pretty fit.
A lot to do with who's going to get that 2 seed and a first-round bye, one might think. Especially with Duluth currently leading by multiple.
And with them, new head coach, new regime this year, and they were one of the early season darlings. As this one will bounce and go out of the back of the end zone for the 1st and 10 at the 5 off the throw off as Ambrose will be right back into the game. He throws and it goes way over the head on lockdown, bolstering their chances of being back here in the first weekend of August for a home playoff matchup in the first round. Again to Dilworth, and again Ryan Martinez.
And I sure do bring in obscure Chicago sports facts for the fine people of both Hot Springs, Arkansas, and St. Joseph, Missouri.
Oh, how about that?
There's
that defensive touchdown. Yes, sir.
You wanted one, Dylan. You got one. They're going to review on the board for the Hot Springs Wise guys. 13 points, not just their own personal season low. That would be.
They're going to go for the conversion here. It's in the hands of Boo. He can throw it, and it hits the back bleachers and comes down and goes incomplete. Boo trying to say it's live. When St. Joe had started, and they were at that 1-3 mark of, you know, through the first 4 weeks. So we got the return looming up here. Oh, the best throw-off return of the night. Some broken tackles. How about this return here for Roderick Chapman? He takes it near midfield, and now curious to see how they close out the regular season. But right now, I mean, they look as hot as a team as any here at this point in the season in the Arena League. Chapman on the design run up the middle. A herd of
next week. And let's go earn ourselves a home playoff game.
We're just ticking down the final few plays. Again, it's Chapman on the run, and he picks up about 2 or 3. 7, Wise Guys 13.
Fly away. It's the first time of today.